Hey guys, it's Sasha and I'm finally back with another retouching video. It's been a hot minute since I uploaded anything, so today I will show you how I edited this picture with the dodge and burn technique. And if you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell button. So let's take a look at our picture and at what layers I have. So as you guys can see, I have 5 layers. I have 2 layers. Those are my dodge and burn layers. I also have one hue saturation layer. You will understand why I have it there in my dodge and burn folder. And I also have help layers, which I also explain you why I have them and what they do. So let me show you guys the before and after dodge and burn. So let me turn off my dodge and burn layer and turn it on. You guys can see the difference before and after the editing, but to show you better what's the difference between before and after the dodge and burn, let me turn on my help layers. That's where I have my black and white layer, because you can see everything better in black and white. So let me turn off my dodge and burn layer again. Off and on again. Off and on again. So you guys can definitely see the difference. All I did, I just removed all the blemishes from her skin that were distracting my eye from her beauty. And I will turn off my dodge and burn and help layers, and I will show you next how to create dodge and burn and help layers. Today we'll be using curves layers for our dodge and burn. Curves represent the tonal range of our image. So on the right side of our tonal range we have highlights, on the left side we have blacks, and in the middle we have our mid-tones. By adding the control point to the line in the middle and moving it down, we'll be darkening the image, and this way we'll create our burn layer. Hit Command or Control I to hide the effect. For the dodge layer, we will again have to create curves layer, and by adding the control point on our horizontal line and moving it upwards, we will be brightening the image, which will give us the dodge layer. And we have to hide the effect one more time, so Control or Command I. Now let me show you guys with the white brush how this dodge and burn layer work. So what we have to do, using the white brush on the black mask, painting over the skin, you can see it gets more bright. And same thing will happen if I will move to the layer below, which is the burn layer. If I'll be working with the white brush on the black mask, my picture will be getting darker because of the curves layers that we created. Nothing really hard, guys, right? Let me go ahead and rename those 2 layers because I don't want to just to leave them like that. I will just rename it to the burn layer, and the layer above I will call dodge, just like that. Next, guys, I will show you how to create help layers. They're very important. They will help you with your dodge and burn process. So first we'll need to create an empty layer, then go to Edit, Fill, and choose 50% gray, mode normal, opacity 100, and just hit OK. Very important step is to switch from normal to color blending mode on this layer. I've done a lot of research on how to convert your image into black and white for dodge and burn, and this particular way I found out about it from one of the articles from Yulia Kuzmenko's blog. She's one of the best retoucher and she's an amazing beauty photographer out there. So if you guys are interested, leave a comment down below and I'll make sure that I will share that link with you. Okay, so our second layer, help layer, will be another curve layer. Let's go ahead and create another curve layer, and I will explain you why we need that. So this curve layer will be adding more contrast to our image, and more contrast will help you to see more details like blemishes or imperfections. And by doing that, it will just help you to understand what do you need to remove from the skin, what kind of blemishes, where you have some bright spots, where you have 2 dark spots. So yeah, this is just another help layer that will help you with your dodge and burn. Now that we have all the layers for our dodge and burn process, let's make sure that we are using the right brush. We need to use white brush selected right here, and then with opacity, I usually keep it at 100, and then I can either lower it down or go back to 100. Flow, I saw people use up to 10% of flow. I usually keep it from like 1 to 5%. Then let's go to our brush settings and make sure that your buildup is on, as well as your smoothing. I'll just make sure that it's selected. And then we will go to transfer, and since I'm working on the Wacom drawing pad, I use a pen for retouching, so I'll select pen pressure. And now that we have all the layers and our retouching brush, let me show the areas I'll be working on. There's a dark spot on her cheek right here. I don't like it. There's a dark spot on the side of her lips underneath. So there's some patches. Then her forehead is really patchy, so I will make it really smooth and even. I will brighten some under her eyes and on her chest. I'll just make sure that it's a little bit more even without random patches and blemishes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it. Let's get started. And to make this video shorter, I'll just speed up this video for you guys so you don't have to sit for like 1 hour and watching me editing this picture. I'm working on the dodge layer. As you can see, my opacity is 100%, my flow is 3%. I'm working with a smaller brush. Sometimes I'm decreasing or increasing the size of the brush. It just really depends on the area I'm working on. As you guys can see, I didn't zoom in on this picture because I want to see all the shadows and all the details. Seeing that really helps me to keep this editing more natural without over retouching the skin. Also, I'm not staying in a one spot for long just because I don't want to overdo my editing. So as you guys can see, I'm jumping all over the place from her face to her chest and then back to her face. I'm changing the brush size. I'm constantly moving my eyes from one area to another area just so they don't get used to the highlights and shadows. Because if you spend a lot of time in the same area, your eyes can't really see all the blemishes and picture. You don't really see details that you need to edit. So make sure that you are not staying in the same area for long when you are dodging and burning. Also make sure guys that you turn off your dodge layer every so often just so you can see what you have done already, and if you are not over retouching, over dodging the picture. And next you will see that I will change my contrast. I will play with different contrast depending on the areas I'm working on and details I'm working with. That really helps me to see details better and to see either like brighter areas or darker areas on the skin that I need to retouch. Very important step before you starting to dodge and burn is to understand if you're planning to keep this picture in digital or you're going to print. If you're keeping this picture, if you're editing this picture for, let's say, your portfolio, Instagram, social medias, then you don't really need to edit this picture a lot. But if you're planning to, let's say, print, and your print will be a pretty big size, then you will need to zoom in on your picture and edit with a smaller brush, smaller details, just because when you're making big prints, the bigger you go, the more details you can see and the more editing you need to do. In my case, I'm planning to keep this photo in my portfolio. Maybe I will print, but it's not going to be anything huge. That's why I'm not really gonna go crazy on this picture. I'll just edit it how I edit pretty much every picture, every photo I take, and it's not gonna be anything crazy. So you won't see me zooming in too close and using small brush and working on like super tiny details. Also, let me guys just tell you how I took this picture. So I was using like a huge white umbrella and my strobe was shooting inside of the umbrella, and then the light was bouncing from the inside of the umbrella to onto the model's face. And also by just looking at the catch light in her eyes, you can see that I was using the silver reflector underneath just to make those shadows on her neck and on her chin a little bit softer. Also on both sides I had black boards just to add a little bit more contrast to the face and to make it a little bit more dimensional. I'm not, guys, like a biggest expert when we're talking about lights, different setups and stuff like that, but I will tell you that when you're working with the model that has really beautiful skin, you can go with a pretty harsh light and your editing will be fast and smooth. But when your model doesn't have a good skin, my recommendation will be use a really soft light, like big umbrellas, diffusers. Don't use any harsh light because it will be a nightmare to edit those pictures after. Also, I will tell you, your editing will really depend on your makeup artist. I usually try not to apply any foundation on model's face because I don't like the look of the foundation on the face. I like more glossy type of skin with a lot of shine. That's just what I like. So you guys really need to probably understand what look you're trying to achieve first, and then according to that, use a certain light, certain modifiers, and apply makeup in a certain way. Few more words about dodge and burn. When you're dodge and burning, you need to understand how lights and shadow work. So on the face, there cannot be like a super bright area and then right next to it a super dark area. This is just not how the light works. So the way it works, there has to be a highlight, there has to be a mid-tone, and there has to be a dark area. So you need to understand how they work together and how to create that transition between the lights, midtones, and dark areas. When you will understand that and you will learn how to achieve that, you guys will see that your retouching will go on the next level. And first of all, you will speed up your process, and your editing will look so much better, just trust me. Okay guys, so for the next 5 minutes I'll just add some music so you guys can relax and you can rest, because I'm kind of tired of talking. I think I've said pretty much all I wanted to say so far. I'll get back to you in a second. Just a heads up, you will see me changing a lot of contrast on the picture next, and I will be using more of a burn layer and working with the brighter areas on the skin. So enjoy the music and I'll get back to you guys in a sec.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
Guys, I'm back, and next I will show you one more time the before and after all the editing I've done on this picture. So you can see before and after. I've done quite a lot of editing, but I didn't really go crazy. I was trying to keep it more natural. One more thing I need to tell you guys, every time you use curve layers for your dodge and burn, you always need to desaturate areas where you've been dodging and burning. Since I was dodging more on this picture, I will need to desaturate my dodge layer. So I need to create hue saturation layer, just like that. And I'll need to clip this layer to the dodge, so it will only apply to the areas where I've been dodging on the picture. To do that, just hold the Option or Alt key and click with this arrow looking down on the layer you're trying to clip your hue saturation layer to. Then I will play with saturation. I will see how much of saturation I wanted to leave or decrease on this picture, or sorry, in the areas where I've been dodging. So every time you're like dodging, your image is getting more saturated in those areas. And don't forget, always create this hue saturation layer and decrease the saturation in those areas. It's very important, because when you will be color correcting your image, when you will be applying different filters and stuff like that, trust me, it will look really crazy if you will skip this step. And just for fun, guys, to show you how the dodge and burn layer will look by itself, all you need to do, just hold the Option or the Alt key and click on the layer, dodge or burn, to see it. You will see all the brush strokes and all the areas you've been working on. So that's my dodge, that's my burn layer. Looks kind of scary, but really fun at the same time. I remember I've been editing one of the pictures earlier, and my dodge layer looked so cool, so I just wanted to keep it by itself and maybe print it. So I will show you the before and after one more time. As you guys can see, it's really natural editing, nothing crazy. I didn't go overboard. I didn't really change any face features, anything like that. I just really kept this picture natural and look nice looking. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Also give me a thumbs up, and if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I will link all my social media links in the description box, so please send me a DM on Instagram, message me on Facebook. You can check out my website. All those links you will see in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye, guys.